Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I'm on a little early today. See who's going to pop on bright and early. So today's video is going to be about emotional eating and what you need to know. So I'm Kelsie Michaud, for those of you who don't know me, and I help people gain control of emotional eating so they can just feel healthy and confident as they make peace with food and their body. So I'm available for complimentary consultations, and that's where we can just dive really deep into your own health and weight goals, and we can look at, how I can show you what is going on with what's happening now and take you from where you are now to where you'd like to go. So that's, if anybody would like to jump into one of those spots, I have 4 spots. Yes, I have to think. I don't have my calendar in front of me. I have 4 spots available at the moment this week for those consultations. So let's dive into our topic. And, I don't know if you've noticed, but emotional eating has become more and more of a concern these days. And it doesn't seem to be an easy answer when it comes to the best ways to understand it, or even just how to just let it go. But when we say I am an emotional eater, what does this actually mean? Well, as humans, we experience these emotions that can be all over the place throughout the day, so it makes sense that our feelings would be there when we're eating too, right? Well, the way we relate to our emotions can have, just a really big impact on what we choose to eat and how our body actually processes our meal. So, with emotional eating, with it being such a concern, for so many people, I want to help you look more at like what it is and why does this happen, and what can we actually do about this. So, people will actually self-diagnose themselves as emotional eaters, and really what somebody is saying is, I am an emotional eater. What they're saying is, I'm doing unwanted eating that's driven by unwanted feelings. So I want to say that again. When people self-diagnose and say, I am an emotional eater, what they're saying is, I am doing this unwanted eating behavior that's driven by these unwanted feelings that I don't like. Now, here's the thing I want you to think about. Hi, Emily. How are you? Thanks for coming on. The thing that I want you to think about with this is, what is the opposite of emotional eating? Unemotional eating? So what do we do then? You just sit there like a machine and eat? So here's the thing. We are beautifully emotional creatures. Emotional eating means, you're at a party and you're sitting down and you're eating with friends, or you have that also means you have love all around you, and you have nourishment and you have warmth. That's emotional eating. Or emotional eating might be your birthday, might be having a birthday dinner and you're just in celebration mode. There's emotional eating. Or emotional eating might even be like, yes, I've come home, I've had a bad day at work, and I'm stuffing my face because I'm feeling stressed right now. That's emotional eating too. So think about it. We're just emotional beings. It's almost impossible to eat without emotions being present. So now what happens is, so many of us, we don't experience the full complement of emotions in our life. And when we're not experiencing the emotions that we feel, when our from our loved ones or our spouse or our parents, combined with the challenges of just life in general, and when we're not experiencing the emotions, that we feel from all of this, then we don't really embrace them and feel them and metabolize them. So emotions around food symbolically become more important. So we put all of this feeling and energy and emotion into our food, thinking, it's going to make us feel good. So what we're doing is we're using food to regulate our emotional metabolism. So I want to say that again. we use food to regulate our emotional metabolism. Feel bad, have food, feel better, right? It makes perfect sense. So what I'm saying is, if you emotionally eat, it's okay. I know it's a challenge, but what I want you to know is that a lot of people define themselves as emotional eaters, but they're not really. And what I mean by this is, if you're eating poor quality food, you're going to be hungry for more because your body wants nutrition. If you're artificially dieting, and you're not getting enough food, you're going to be driven to eat because your brain is screaming for nutrition. It's going to make you eat. And then you think, oh my goodness, I'm an emotional eater. Well, no, you're not an emotional eater. What happened is you possibly didn't have enough fat in your diet, or not enough protein, or not enough nutrient density, and then your body screams for food. So there's always a good reason why you emotionally eat. I just want you to be able to make yourself right. So I want you to embrace the fact that you're human, you're imperfect, you feel emotions. And when you can embrace that, that's when, you start to love yourself a little bit. And that is so important, especially to get you through these times, because at times when you do emotionally eat, you need to forgive yourself, and all that will put you on the path to healing. And when you start to embrace all the emotions in your life, and not just the ones on your plate, not just the ones driven by food, that's when we start to heal. Our relationship with food, when we embrace all of the emotions. Hi, June. Thanks for coming on. When we embrace all these emotions of who we are, that's the magic equation. So I hope this was helpful for you, and remember to like and share if you found this helpful, or if you think somebody else might find this helpful as well, because I'd like to help anybody that I can, get the information out there and help them process their emotions and their feelings so that they're not eating them instead. So just as a reminder, I am holding I think there's 4 spots available. Yes, like I said, I don't have my calendar in front of me, but off my top of my head, I think I have 4 spots available left for complimentary consultations, where we can just dive really deep into your own health and weight goals, and I can look at, maybe you're feeling a little stuck, maybe you're just a little confused, and I can show you how I can take you from where you are now to where you'd like to go. So again, I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will always get to them. And I'm going to hop off and go on and start the rest of my busy day today, but I hope everyone has a very beautiful day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.